مشروب السحر الصباحي، طاقتك بنكهة الضحك. الفتاة تستيقظ بشعر فوضوي وعينين نصف مغمضتين. صوت ساخر، الصباح وأنت في صراع البقاء. محتاجة سحر ينقذك من هذا المشهد المأساوي. تظهر علبة ميكوفيتا دي إكس إن وكأنها تمثل الحل النهائي. الفتاة تفتح الظرف بتركيز شديد وكأنها على وشك اكتشاف كنز. افتحي الظرف كأنك عميلة سرية. ثم تفرغ المسحوق في كوب. الخطوة الثانية، اخلطيها كأنك تشغلين خلايا الإبداع. تشرب المزيج والصورة تتحول فجأة إلى ألوان مشرقة. وهذه النتيجة، طاقة وحيوية بشربة واحدة. الفتاة تهرع إلى جدول أعمال مليء بالحيوية وتنجز كل شيء بابتسامة عريضة. وداعاً للخمول. مع ميكوفيتا صرت سوبر ومن دون وسائل خارقة. فقط شربة سحرية. الفتاة ترسل قبلة للكاميرا وتغمز بثقة. تظهر علبة ميكوفيتا ومعها كتابة تشويقية. حان وقت تنشيط يومك وجيبك. احصلي على ميكوفيتا الآن وابدأي حياة مليئة بالطاقة والمرح. شوف الرابط وابدأي التغيير اليوم. لقطة نهائية للفتاة تعد كأساً آخر بينما تضحك بسعادة.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we're taking a deep dive into the world of reishi mushrooms.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And specifically, a product called Micovita.
Okay.
I'm always fascinated by natural remedies
Right.
that capture people's imaginations. And this one seems to have done just that.
For sure.
We've got a YouTube video in Arabic all about it, and it seems to be particularly popular in Morocco.
Yeah, it's interesting because the video's creator is actually a Micovita consumer themselves.
Oh.
And they are incredibly enthusiastic about it.
Oh, wow.
They actually claim that it provides all the nutritional elements the body needs and promotes overall well-being.
It's a pretty big claim.
Yeah, it is a bold claim.
It definitely is. And, we should keep in mind that this is one person's experience.
Of course.
This isn't a scientific study.
Right.
Or a doctor's recommendation.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's part of what makes this deep dive so interesting, right? We get to unpack these claims, look at the context, and, maybe learn something new along the way.
Absolutely. It's all about encouraging that critical thinking.
Yeah.
So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
The video explains that Microvita comes in a powder form.
Right.
30 sachets per box.
Okay.
Each containing 12 grams of this reishi mushroom powder.
So it's a pretty specific product then.
Yeah.
We're not talking about reishi mushrooms just generally.
Right.
It's this specific thing.
Exactly.
And they're pretty specific about how you take it too, right?
Yeah. The recommendation is 1 small spoonful.
Oh, wow.
Mixed with water 3 times a day before meals.
Huh. Interesting.
It's pretty regimented.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if that's almost like a ritual in a way.
Right.
And maybe that contributes to the experience people have with it.
Yeah, could be.
But let's get down to it. What kind of health benefits are we attributing to Micovita?
Well, according to the video, a whole range of benefits.
Okay.
Improved blood circulation, increased oxygen supply to the body,
Okay.
enhanced energy levels.
Yep.
They even go so far as to say that it balances bodily functions and leads to overall well-being.
Wow. A cure-all.
Sounds like it, right?
I can see why people would be drawn to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it promises so much. But we have to be cautious about these claims.
Of course. Yeah. And to be fair to the video's creator, they're very clear that they're not a medical expert. They're just a satisfied customer.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah. They actually emphasize that Micovita is a dietary supplement, not a medicine.
So what does that mean exactly?
Right.
What is the difference between a dietary supplement and a medicine?
That's a great question, and I think something a lot of people aren't entirely clear on.
Yeah.
Essentially, a dietary supplement is meant to add to your diet,
Okay.
not replace any prescribed treatment you might be undergoing.
Gotcha.
It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
So it's more about supporting your overall health and well-being.
Exactly.
As opposed to addressing a specific medical condition.
Right. And the video creator actually makes a point of saying that Micovita can be used alongside traditional treatment.
Oh.
Not to replace it.
So complementing it.
Yeah, I think that's a responsible approach,
Yeah.
even if there is, all this excitement around this product.
For sure. Now, the video also touches on Micovita's growing popularity.
It does.
Particularly in Morocco.
Especially in Morocco.
Right.
The creator claims that DXN, the company that makes Micovita, operates in over 180 countries.
Wow.
And they've seen a surge in demand for the product in Morocco.
Really?
Especially among people who are already familiar with DXN.
So there's a community growing around it.
Yeah, it seems like it.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what's driving that popularity in Morocco specifically?
Right.
Is it cultural?
Could be.
Is it related to any traditional beliefs about mushrooms?
Yeah.
I'd love to dig a little deeper into that.
Me too. And that's where things get really interesting.
They
Because
are.
while personal testimonials can be compelling,
Mm-hmm.
they don't necessarily equate to scientific evidence.
Right.
We need to look beyond the individual experience
Mm-hmm.
and consider what the research says about reishi mushrooms themselves.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit then.
Okay.
And talk about the science behind reishi mushrooms.
Right.
What do we know about their potential benefits?
Well, reishi mushrooms have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries.
Okay.
And there's a growing body of research
Oh, wow.
exploring their potential health benefits.
So real science is being done.
Yeah,
It's not just like folklore
right.
or, ancient wisdom.
Exactly. And they contain some interesting compounds like triterpenes and polysaccharides,
Okay.
which scientists are studying for their potential to boost immunity and fight inflammation.
Wait, so a mushroom can boost your immune system?
That's what they're looking into.
How does that even work?
It's pretty incredible, right?
Yeah.
Scientists think that some of those compounds in reishi mushrooms,
Yeah.
like the triterpenes we talked about, they can actually interact with your immune cells
Wow.
and modulate their activity.
Right.
So they might actually help regulate your immune response,
Okay.
making it more effective at fighting off infections and keeping you healthy.
So there's actual research being done on this.
Yeah.
How does this all relate back to Micovita, though?
Right.
Is there any evidence that this product delivers on those promises?
That's a great question and one we need to explore further.
Okay.
While there's promising research on reishi mushrooms generally,
Right.
we have to remember that Micovita is a specific product
Yeah.
with its own formulation and manufacturing process.
Mhm.
We can't assume that all the benefits of reishi mushrooms automatically apply to Micovita.
So we need to separate the hype from the science.
Right.
And look for evidence specific to Micovita itself.
Exactly.
This is getting really interesting.
I know, right?
But before we go down that rabbit hole,
Yeah.
let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment to continue our deep dive into Micovita and the world of reishi mushrooms.
Sounds good. And we're back, ready to dig a little deeper into the world of Micovita and reishi mushrooms.
Before the break, we were talking about the need to,
Yeah.
separate the general research on reishi mushrooms
Mm-hmm.
from the claims being made about Micovita.
Right, because even if reishi mushrooms have certain benefits, we can't just assume that this particular product delivers them,
Yeah.
in a concentrated or effective way.
So how do we even begin to evaluate those claims?
Well, the first step is to look for evidence.
Okay.
Has DXN, the company behind Micovita,
Right.
have they conducted any clinical trials or studies
Yeah.
specifically on their product?
That's a good point.
Have they published any findings in reputable scientific journals?
You'd think if they're making such bold claims,
Right.
they'd have someone to back it up.
Exactly.
But what if they haven't done any studies?
Right.
Does that mean that Micovita is ineffective?
Not necessarily. It just means we need to be extra cautious
Yeah.
and really look at the information we have with a critical eye.
Okay.
We can explore what research has been done on the specific compounds found in reishi mushrooms
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's any evidence to suggest that they might have the benefits being claimed.
We're like detectives.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like it. We're piecing together this puzzle,
Exactly.
trying to figure out,
Yeah.
what we can reasonably conclude.
Right.
So let's say we do find research
Okay.
that supports the potential benefits of reishi mushrooms in general.
Yeah.
Does that mean we can just assume that Micovita works?
Not quite.
Okay.
There's still the issue of dosage and formulation.
Okay.
Even if a certain compound has beneficial effects,
Mm-hmm.
the amount present in Micovita might not be enough to make a real difference.
Right.
Or the way that the product is formulated
Yeah.
could affect how your body absorbs those compounds.
So there are a lot of nuances here.
For sure.
It's not just as simple as saying reishi mushrooms are good, so therefore Micovita is good.
Exactly.
We have to look at all these different factors.
100%. And this is where you start to see the limitations of those personal testimonials.
Okay.
You know, the video creator might genuinely believe that Micovita had a positive impact on their health. But it's impossible to know for sure if those improvements are directly attributable to the product.
Right.
Or if other factors are at play.
Like lifestyle changes.
Exactly.
Diet, exercise.
Yep.
Or even just the placebo effect.
No, the placebo effect is so powerful.
Yeah, if you believe something is going to work, your body might actually respond accordingly.
Yeah.
Even if the substance itself doesn't have any real effect.
It's a real phenomenon.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
For sure.
So what's the takeaway here for our listeners?
Right.
Are we saying they should dismiss Micovita altogether?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I think it's great that people are exploring natural remedies.
Yeah.
And taking an interest in their health.
For sure.
But it's about approaching these things with healthy skepticism.
Okay.
And doing your research, you know.
Yeah.
Don't rely solely on testimonials or marketing claims.
Right.
Look for evidence.
Oh.
Talk to healthcare professionals. And then make informed decisions.
I like that it's about empowering yourself with knowledge.
Exactly.
And then, taking control of your health journey.
Right.
I'm still curious about Micovita's popularity in Morocco, though.
Yeah.
Do you think there are any cultural factors at play?
I think that's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that deserves a lot more exploration.
Okay.
You know, Morocco has this rich tradition of herbal medicine.
Right.
And a deep respect for the healing power of nature.
Yeah.
So it's possible that reishi mushrooms, with their long history in Eastern medicine, resonate with those traditions.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It could be that Micovita taps into existing beliefs about health and wellness.
Exactly.
Which could explain why it's so popular in Morocco.
Yeah.
It's almost like this cultural exchange.
I love that.
Of ancient wisdom.
Yeah.
Meeting modern marketing.
Totally.
That's just a hypothesis, of course.
Well, that's serious.
We need to do more research to really understand those nuances.
Right. But I think it's a perfect example of what we're trying to do here with the deep dive.
Okay.
You know, we're not just presenting information.
Yeah.
We're encouraging our listeners to think critically.
Yes.
Ask questions and explore different perspectives.
It's all about fostering that sense of curiosity.
Right.
And, empowering people to make informed decisions about their health.
Exactly. Curiosity is such a powerful tool.
It is.
It can lead us down these unexpected paths.
It can.
And open up whole new worlds of understanding.
For sure. And sometimes it helps us debunk those myths.
Yeah.
Or uncover hidden truths.
I love it.
So to our listeners who might be intrigued by Micovita or other reishi mushroom products, I encourage you to keep exploring. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to dig deeper.
Right.
To consult with those healthcare professionals.
Exactly. And remember, this is just one piece of the puzzle.
It is.
You know, the world of natural remedies is vast and fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
And there's always more to learn.
Absolutely. Keep those curious minds engaged.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
I can't wait.
Into a topic that will surely spark your imagination.
Sounds good.
It's like we always say knowledge is power.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's the application of that knowledge that really makes the difference.
Absolutely.
So anyone out there listening who might be feeling intrigued by Micovita or other reishi mushroom products, don't let that initial spark of curiosity fade away.
Keep going.
Yeah. Take it a step further, do some digging, explore the research, maybe even talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian.
For sure.
And see if reishi mushrooms might be a beneficial addition to your wellness journey.
Right. There's a whole world out there. There is.
Of natural remedies and supplements.
Well, it really is.
And this deep dive into Micovita, I think, has been a great reminder that curiosity and critical thinking are our best allies when we're navigating that world.
Absolutely. So keep those curious minds engaged.
Yeah.
Keep asking questions.
For sure.
And as always, prioritize your health and well-being.
Couldn't agree more.
Until next time, happy exploring.
See you later, Dad.